what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time.
They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, who burst onto the scene back in 2016 as the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and now in his 7th NFL campaign.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
12 yards on the gain, a great start for this offense. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it'll be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A first down carry by Elliott. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Now Elliott. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Now throw right side, taken in by the tight end Gray. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. So the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's got it inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. And now this This throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter three. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by the tight end Gray. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 27, Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll look to throw to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because Up 2 scores already. Just wanted to possess the football. Keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Mahomes firing complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Up the middle, here's Elliott. 103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
On second down, Elliott once more.
Power running by Zeke. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And Prescott, his third interception. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final try for Mahomes. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers